hot pepper infused pasta dough. This is a very exciting recipe to be experimenting with. One thing I love about being a chef is recipe testing, experimenting, and teaching people how to cook. So we're taking a homemade hot sauce, adding it to some pasta dough, rolling it out, and making a complete dish out of it. This pasta dough recipe really works best with a sauce that has the same viscosity of that of like this sriracha sauce that you can buy at the store. It's nice and thick. Thinner hot sauce didn't really quite work out very well on the pasta dough itself. It came, just the overall consistency of the dough wasn't really quite what I wanted. You want it to be thick, right? It's good sauce, dude. I purposely made my homemade ghost pepper hot sauce. A little on the thicker side, specifically for adding to doughs, whether it's a pasta dough, whether it's a pizza dough, that kind of thing. If you don't want to make your own hot sauce, then you can just buy that sriracha sauce that I showed you. That would work just beautifully. One thing I did notice though is that the amount of heat that you have on the sauce could be incredibly hot, but when you incorporate it into like all those eggs, all that flour, and then you're cooking it off in that pasta water, that the spice level does tend to tone down ever so slightly. So let's keep that in mind. 4 eggs, we're gonna use 3 egg yolks, 1 whole egg. You're also gonna need some 00 flour. 00 flour works the best for pasta doughs. If you don't have access to this, AP flour unbleached will work perfectly fine, but you could just buy this at Walmart, dude. It was like less than $5 for this bag. It's definitely worth it. And if you're making pasta dough, pizza dough, get 00 flour. You're gonna notice a difference. Overall, the pasta dough has a better consistency, better structure, and it's easier on your system. I just keep my flours in a pasta container like this. I was over taking my aunt's one day, or 1 year, and just that became a thing. This dough recipe comes together super, super easy, dude. I'm gonna start off with the eggs. 1 whole egg right here, boom. And then we're gonna throw in 3 yolks. I found it easier to crack open the eggs in a bowl like this. Grab the yolks. Plop them into the bowl, just like that, easy. And then you wanna save the whites, make an omelet or like a meringue. I know a lot of people like to do pasta doughs on the board themselves. I kinda tend to like doing it in a mixing bowl. Let's give the eggs a light whisk in the bowl. Mixing bowl, put it on a scale, set it to grams, tare it.
Now add 140 grams 00 flour to the bowl. Make a well in the middle of the flour.
I find that this comes together a lot quicker too if you do it in a bowl. We don't need to be as like tedious with it. Add in the sauce. It's gonna give the dough a really nice color. It's just a matter of like mixing in the flour until it becomes like a thick paste. And just rock the bowl back and forth like that.
Mix the dough in the bowl until it forms a jagged dough and place it onto the work table.
Pasta dough is one of those doughs that you can't over knead, so don't be afraid of working at it, okay?
Once you incorporate all the pieces of flour into the dough, it's gonna become a little bit on the tacky side.
It needs more sauce, dude. It needs more color.
Right there I added 10 more grams of hot sauce, and then I'm adding 20 more grams of the 00 flour. I'm gonna knead this in until it forms a nice dough and adjust the flour consistency if needed.
There we go. It's a little bit of a red tint too. That's what you need.
The more that you knead this dough, the less tacky that it becomes and strengthens the proteins in the flour.
Heel of your hand forward. Roll it over itself. Boom. Stretch it. Roll it over itself. Turn it 90. Easy. Keep going. Get your shoulder into it. You smell that hot sauce right through there, man. I'm just lightly rolling on the board now. Closing any kind of seams. Smoothing the dough out. Feels nice and soft and smooth on the outside of it. Not sticky anymore. That's what you're looking for. I know I added a little bit more flour. I added a little bit more sauce to that. Final recipe will be in the description for you. It's gonna be like a guideline, like I said though. It's all about feel, man. All about feel. It should feel nice and soft, velvety smooth, right? Keep rolling it like that. Back and forth, turning it 90 degrees, rolling it back and forth, turning it 90 until the exterior of it is just smooth like a marble, right? Pasta dough, dude, it's all about feel, right? Feel the consistency of the dough. You don't want it to be sticky, but you want it to be able to come together without being too dry. All about making it a couple times and getting a feel for it, what the right consistency of the dough is supposed to be, and then go from there. Now, very important, you have to let this rest 30 minutes. If you try to rush this and you try rolling this out in the pasta dough machine, it's gonna be like tough. It's not gonna wanna roll out, it's gonna wanna tear instead of like flattening out nice and smooth. You gotta let those proteins in that flour relax a little bit. Plastic wrap, or I like just using a bowl, and then we'll go from there. Boom.
Alright, now when it's time to roll out the dough, I cut the dough into thirds. Crank the rollers on the machine and dust it with a little bit of flour. Dust the pasta dough ever so slightly and flatten it out with the palm of your hand until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. With the pasta machine on the widest setting, crank the dough through the rollers. Then you want to fold the dough onto itself in thirds, like I'm showing you right there. And you want to do this process 2 more times on the widest setting on the rollers. Now what this process does is it gives the pasta dough some good strength. And it also helps square up the ends. Now I'd like to add this attachment to the pasta machine, give it a good dusting of flour, give the dough itself a good dusting of flour on both sides, and now you want to take the rollers down 1 notch at a time, slowly feeding the pasta dough through the rollers. On this machine, I have it set to the second to the last thickness on the rollers, and you want to go nice and slow on the last setting. If you find that the dough is getting a little sticky before this point, then go ahead and give it a good dusting of flour before feeding it through the machine. Now cut the dough in half, square up the ends if you want to do that. And now I'm going to attach the tagliolini die to the pasta machine. Give it a nice dusting of flour. Slowly but carefully feed the dough through the dies, and now you have some beautiful looking noodles. Now after you get done running the sheet of pasta through the die, then give it a good dusting of flour. I'm using AP flour, but fine semolina will work perfectly fine too.
If you're not going to cook the pasta immediately, then drying it out on this rack, if you're planning on cooking it like 4 hours from now, then hanging it on this rack and drying them out, it's perfect. I'm only going to be doing 1 portion today, so I'm going to set aside enough of the noodles for that, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. Use it within a couple weeks or a month or so.
Now let's put together a pasta dish. I have 3 cloves of garlic I'm going to thinly slice, a few spears of asparagus, and 1 fresh tomato. Get a pan over medium-low heat, give it a good generous amount of oil, and a tablespoon worth of unsalted butter. Throw in the garlic cloves, give them a pinch of salt, give the pan a shimmy, and add the asparagus, and give the asparagus a pinch of salt. Cook the asparagus with the garlic for about 1.5 minutes, stirring constantly, giving it a little bit more butter if needed. Now add in the freshly cut tomatoes. Hit the tomatoes with some freshly cracked black pepper, and you want to cook the asparagus with the tomatoes for another 1.5 minutes until the asparagus is cooked all the way through. Now you want to turn off the heat and add the noodles directly to the pan and a little of the pasta water. Hit the pasta with some finely grated Parmesan and mix it in. Immediately serve. Lastly, hit it with some more Parmesan and some freshly cracked black pepper.
Let's see how we did, huh? Moment of truth. The spice level on those noodles is really, really mellow. It's there, but it's mellow. Especially for like a really hot sauce, it really mellows it out throughout the pasta dough. So even if you went with like a Reaper hot sauce, it would still come through as spicy, but it won't be like just super, super hot. You know what I mean? If you want it hotter, use more sauce, or put some sauce in the pasta sauce itself, right? Recipe, as always, will be in the description for you. Spicy goodness, man.